Hello everyone, I'm Jade Sumaya from Black B14 and I'm gonna discussing the Revolutionary Period literature, or also called as the Age of Reason or the Age of Enlightenment. This era was when the United States declared independence from Great Britain. This is when the American Revolutionary War was fought. And this is when men made great speeches of loyalty and freedom, and when religions expanded. But this is also the time of rights and civil liberties being abused. This was the time of British imperialism and expansion, but also of their control over society. The Americans fought these wrongdoings by writing a very powerful and influential document that changed the entire course of American history. This document is a Declaration of Independence. The time period is April 19, 1765 until September 3, 1783. The American Revolution was an epic political and military struggle waged between 1765 and 1783, when 13 of Britain's North American colonies rejected its imperial rule that take place upon them. The Revolutionary era, known for the Revolutionary War. Sometimes revolutionary literature, sometimes called as protest literature, refers to work that express distaste, disagreement, or transgression to the present government, applicable to the current political, social, and or economic conditions of the country when the works were written. The Revolutionary era, known for the Revolutionary War, 1775 to 1783. That arose for growing tensions between residents of Great Britain's 13 North American colonies, led by General George Washington, who won political independence and eventually formed the United States of America. So that was an epic battle for freedom. Beginning a decade before the Revolutionary War and ending about 25 years later. This period includes the writings of Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Paine, Benjamin Franklin, Mark Twain, Stephen Crane, and etc. Those are the major writers during this era. Here are some writers during this period. Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. The autobiography is about his life and is split into 4 different parts. Poor Richard's Almanac, was a symbol of success due to hard work and common sense. Thomas Paine, 1737 to 1809. He is a pamphleteer. The American crisis, how propel us into war, remains a model of effective propaganda. These are the times that try men's souls. Thomas Jefferson, 1743 to 1826. Declaration of Independence, considered the finest writer of the era. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Mark Twain, 1835 to 1910. Samuel Langhorne Clemens is believed to be the greatest American humorist and novelist. He used vernacular exaggeration, deadpan narrator to create humor. The celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras Country is a tall tale. Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which is one of America's most influential novels. Stephen Crane, 1871 to 1900, wrote The Red Badge of Courage and The Bride Comes to Yellow Sky. Characteristics of revolutionary literature. Writers tried to avoid the formal voice that British literature had. American literature of the period often marks England in British politics and ideals. Political and persuasive writings to encourage support for the war, America, and the cause. Meant to instill a sense of pride in America and show reader that the nation needed to get out from under Great Britain. Revolutionary literature is a form of literature that emerged during times of political, social, and economic upheaval. It is a genre that reflects ideas, values, and aspirations of the people who lived through these tumultuous times. So, notable works of this period are poets and poetry, drama, and novel. So, American fight for independence resulted in need to express. And during the revolutionary age, some of the greatest history were authored. The ideas in Asia brought up in the Declaration influenced the years to come greatly. The ideas of freedom was one of the important things that kept the soldiers going. It was important to keep the ideas of freedom and individualism in mind so that they never lost hope. The Declaration of Independence is most likely the most influential and important document in the course of American history.